Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cabana. I'm Ernie Carswell of Douglas Elliman in Beverly Hills, and I lead a team of professional agents and staff. We're known for our ethics and our success track record over the last 30 years of serving the public and our clientele here in Los Angeles. Today, we're going to talk about baby boomers, Generation X, and millennials. And while you're listening, you fit into one of those three categories, or you're no longer here. I guess I could say that. Actually, that may not be true. However, I do want to tell you what category you would be falling into depending on your birth year. 1946 to 65, you're a baby boomer, along with me. Generation X people were born in 66 through 1980. We have a number of people on our team that are Generation X. Millennials, and we have a few of those, were born 1981 to 1996. And younger than that, we wish you well. Hope the graduation was good. Another thing you might notice today while we're talking is I'm in the bird streets, and you may have heard about the booming construction, so you're going to hear the sounds of construction intermittently throughout this talk. I want you to know something interesting about baby boomers. They're now holding more real estate wealth than any other generation for 20 years in a row and continuing, showing no signs of losing that winning streak. So go baby boomers. Generation X, though, is someone to definitely watch. They're up and coming. They hold about 24% of real estate wealth on the grand scale. Nothing to sneeze at. It's a serious percentage. However, they've been only slowly rising since 2011 when they held 21%. So the growth of Generation X in real estate accumulation is much slower over time than we've seen the baby boomer generation acquire real estate. The next generation of homeowners are the millennials, and we have a lot of faith and hope for them, who they actually have taken, though, a step backward this last year in property ownership. That's curious because this was a great year to buy real estate, and more people could afford real estate as they were, if they were successfully employed during the pandemic year. Last year, millennials represented 11.3% of the homeowner market. This year, though, they've dropped slightly to 11.2%. Tiny drop, but what's curious about that is why wasn't there an increase? This is an interesting trend, and we want to see where it's going to lead over the course of the next few years. Go millennials. While we're talking statistics, let me share some very good news for all of you here in the Los Angeles office and commercial leasing world. Our office space and commercial leasing rate experienced a 55% increase in the second quarter as the city was opening up. This reflects our city's reawakening for the business sector and is a signal we've all been waiting to see. On the challenging side, we still have a 25% vacancy rate. You see it as you drive around LA, for lease, a lot of empty, especially restaurant storefronts. Heartbreaking. We hope they're going to come back. So our vacancy rates are much higher than normal, but we're glad that there was a big increase of 55% in the second quarter. Now, one thing about leasing rates for commercial and retail space and restaurant space is the rents are much lower. Obviously, less demand lowers and softens the property market price point, but it's a refreshing cycle to see that businesses are rebooting, new businesses are emerging all over our city, and we're celebrating that. My team is proud to have closed a record-making sale recently for selling USC's President's Mansion in San Marino. That's the little city surrounded by Pasadena. It's the highest sale ever recorded in that Tony neighborhood of $25 million. It was widely reported in the press, and we blush at that, but we were privileged to manage that incredible sale and to help create the excitement of over 8 offers received on the historic property. We're going to be waving our flags when the USC Marching Trojan Band is coming down the boulevard at this year's Rose Bowl parade over the holidays. Next time we speak here in the Cabana, I want to share the emerging statistics on home prices and the home buying here in LA. There's some surprise in that statistic, and I'm going to keep watching it over the next little bit to be sure of the trend I'm seeing and before I sound any alarm. Till then, I'll be here in the Cabana wanting to talk to you very soon.